50% off.
Good evening, everybody. I'm here live at the Adirondack Bank Center for UCFC After Dark. Before the best in the league converge here for the MASL All-Star Game next Wednesday, Utica City FC gets the first half of their season concluded tonight with a big test against the Baltimore Blast. It's also Taylor Swift night here at the Aud, the Eras game. They were blasting some Tay-Tay just before teams came out for warm-ups a minute ago. The Utica dancers were also practicing some Taylor Swift dance moves that they will be showcasing for people tonight during the game. Also, all fans in attendance will be entered to win an autographed Tortured Poet Society album. There'll be a Taylor Swift-themed photo booth, a friendship bracelet making station. So a fun night on tap here at the Aud, but make no mistake, there is no love story between these two rivals. UCFC comes into this one off 2 straight wins down in the Lone Star State over the Texas Outlaws on Saturday and Dallas Sidekicks on Monday. They've won 3 of their last 4 and are 6-4-1 this season. They're currently 6th in the MASL standings. Now the top 8 qualify for the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. On the flip side, Baltimore, very tough. 10-1 this year and 2nd in the league. They've also beaten UCFC in all 3 previous meetings this season. Now, despite a slow start to the year, Utica has certainly found a bit more consistency of late. Head coach Everton Moreira said he still believes this roster to be championship caliber and that you've started to see some signs of that as we near the middle portion of the season.
We started a little flat. Our individual mark sometimes wasn't the way how I would like to see. But we made some adjustments and we made some progress in this past, I would say 4 games, made some progress, which was good. The way how we keep the ball, it's been great. I would like to see a little bit more dynamic. And we've been also making progress with that. The ability of scoring, our team, the ability of scoring, it's great and it's been showing. Going to the second part of the season for me is just tidying up those little details that we need to adjust.
UCFC is here. The Utica Comts are on the road tonight to get their unofficial second half underway out in Syracuse against the Crunch. It's a pivotal 7th meeting of the year between the throughway rivals, each winning 3 of the first 6 matchups. Now the Comets enter 11 points back of Syracuse for the 5th and final playoff spot in the North Division, so a big tilt tonight. Puck drop is at 7. Comets then return home to host the Belleville Senators, who are 6th place in the North Division here at the Aud tomorrow. Happening right next door, and also coming up tonight on Sports Express, a big nationally ranked matchup. Number 15 Nazareth visits number 13 Utica University in women's ice hockey, a rematch of the last 2 UCHC championship games. That'll start at 6:30. I'm heading over there before this UCFC game starts. Then out in Rome, RFA hosts Camden in girls volleyball, Section 3, Class A first round matchup. And a big cancer fundraising benefit night out in Clinton as the Comets boys and girls basketball teams host Adirondack, and proceeds of that will go towards cancer research in honor of a boys basketball coach who recently passed away. Now, meanwhile, here at the Aud, it's Taylor Swift night, the Eras game. Utica City FC looking to be fearless as they take on a very tough Baltimore Blast team. Kickoff is at 7. Highlights tonight on Sports Express. I'll see you then. Just 5 days' time, the best and brightest players in the Major Arena Soccer League will converge here in Utica for the MASL All-Star Game. But before we get there, the host Utica City FC had some business to take care of with a big-time test.
Yeah, that's right, Spencer. UCFC comes home after winning 2 straight down in the Lone Star State over the weekend. They've won 3 of their last 4, and they're 6-4-1 this year. They look to close out the first half of the season strong against their kryptonite in the 10-1 Baltimore Blast. Yeah,
that's an understatement. It's UCFC After Dark, folks, and Taylor Swift night at the Adirondack Bank Center, the Eras game. The Utica City dancers dazzling with some Swiftie-inspired performances. There was a friendship bracelet-making station, a Taylor Swift-themed photo booth, and all fans in attendance were entered to win a Taylor Swift autographed album. Make no mistake, though, no love story between these rivals. 6th place Utica with a blank space in the win column in 3 previous tries against the 2nd place Blast. Utica looking to season that bad blood. They came out firing early, but Julian Rodriguez making sparks fly. What an acrobatic save on the tail end of a flurry. A bunch of stops there to keep it scoreless. Other end, Utica playing good defense so far, but late in the first, glass break through. Wellington Bremuse with the patience off the end boards and puts Baltimore on top with their first shot of the contest with just under 5 minutes to play in the first. But Utica was fearless in this one. To the second, they shake it off. Vinny Dantas inside, feeds Mershad Amadi, and he fires it just inside the post to finally solve Rodriguez as Utica ties the game up at 1 apiece. City not out of the woods yet, though, but Keaton Woods certainly helps the case. About 90 seconds later, off the Kelvin Oliveira shot, Woods crashes in the net, puts home the rebound, and UCFC takes a 2-1 lead. The Utica fans getting loud from there and telling Baltimore, welcome to New York. 2 minutes after that, the surge continues. It's Sergio Jr. Pinal with the sidewinder. Pretty stuff there off the assist from Emmanuel Belliard. UCFC led 3-1 at halftime and go on to get something better than revenge, folks. A big 8-3 win heading into the All-Star break. Their first against Baltimore this year, and long live the Blast's winning streak, which ends tonight at 9.
I think Travis Kelce was at that one. With UCFC
busy.
at home, the Utica Comets were on the road taking on the Syracuse Crunch to get their second half of the season underway tonight, looking to stay hot. Each team has won 3 of the first 6 meetings. Comets trailing by 1 in the first on the power play. Austin Strand feeds Adam Beckman, who fired the rocket top of the circle to the back of the net to tie things up back at 1 apiece. Final minute of the second, Comets again down 1, but battling back. Brian Hallen in with the takeaway, says thank you very much. Takes advantage, goes 5-hole. We're back even at 2. In the third period, Utica breaks out and has a 2-on-1. Xavier Perrant going to take it himself. Good idea. What a rip as he gives the Comets its first lead of the game. Ryan Schmelzer would ice it with the empty netter in the final minute. Comets win 4-2. They pull within just 9 points of Syracuse for the 5th and final playoff spot in the North Division.
That is big, folks. Meanwhile, happening right next door to the Odd, the Utica University Nexus Center, big women's ice hockey battle between nationally ranked number 13 Pioneers and number 15 Nazareth. Rematch of the previous 2 UCHC championships, both won by the Golden Flyers, but Utica strikes first in this one. Allie Nolan with the takeaway at the side of the net, stuffs it home to give the Pioneers the early lead. Soon after, though, Naz on the power play, Julia Holmes from the point absolutely wires this one top shelf. What a rip as we're knotted back up at 1. Then the goalies go to work. New Hartford native Riley Calhoun with a big chance here, but somehow Hoff McKinley gets over to keep this one out at the doorstep. Other end, Angela Hawthorne very strong for Utica as usual. 2-1 in the third now. Utica leading, trying to hang on. Final seconds, Flyers throwing everything they can at the net, but Hawthorne says not today, folks. Weathers the flurry, and that'll do it. Utica takes the lead, hangs on from there. Hawthorne 31 stops in this one, and the Pioneers hang on for a big 2-1 win.
We're taking you from the